Good morning, guys. Are we still in the morning? We are still in the morning. Good morning and welcome to week 3 of the 75 soft challenge. This week I think I'm going to mix up the vlog style and maybe focus a little bit more on reading portions, because that's kind of been in the background of the last 2 vlogs and they've been more weekly focused with elements of the 75 soft. Maybe we'll mix it up this week and then it's a little bit different to the other ones you've been watching. So we will still be talking about the 75 soft, but I'm going to be focusing more on my reading this week and what I'm reading, and it's going to be tailored a little bit more to a reading vlog. So at the moment we are reading In Your Dreams by Sarah Adams, which is my book club's book of the month this month, and it is her newest release. It's the 4th book in the When in Rome series, so we are like 100 and something pages through, so not quite halfway yet, but we'll be reading more of that this weekend. But I just wanted to come and introduce today's vlog. Not quite lunchtime yet, I've just had some breakfast and come up to remember to start this vlog, because I always forget to do that and forget to end my vlog for some reason. Managed to film all the bits in the middle, just forget the 2 key parts. That is literally just a prime book that we're reading at the moment, because I did finish another one off yesterday, which I spoke about in the last vlog, and that was Rock Paper Scissors by Alice Feeney, which I really enjoyed and gave 4 stars. But now we just have one book to read. I'm going to focus on finishing this one off, and then I think we'll go into a fiction. I'm thinking either Us Against You by Frederick Beckman, which is the second one in the Beartown series, or The Favourites by Elaine Fargo. Those are 2 on my radar. Leaning more towards The Favourites, but we will see. Morning and happy Saturday. I was planning to go to the gym and swimming today, and I just woke up and thought, I don't want to. I'm not going to force myself. I don't want to go, and what I really want to do is sit in my bed and read my book and try and finish my book today, so I'm going to do that. I very rarely let myself have just a day of chilling, so I'm just going to do that. I do have a nail appointment later. I don't want to finish off this book today and then start a different one. I keep thinking about The Favourite, so I think I really want to start that one next, but I really just want to binge read this. Like, every time I'm reading it I'm really enjoying it, so I just really want to like lock in and read it for a while. I then did some of my reading journal, so I'll show you that actually on what I did. There is a video, by the way, up on my channel which went up just before this video of me flipping through my reading journal, so you can see that, and I'll talk through the pages in a bit more detail. I coloured in my book tracker. Last year I was just making myself wait till the end of the month to start filling in stuff in my reading journal, but if I feel like doing it, I'm just going to do it. So yeah, obviously the books I'm not going to print off until the end of the month, because it seems silly to be printing loads of pieces of paper throughout the month, so I'm just going to do that at the end, but the colouring bits I can do throughout. So I've done that. Again, I updated my library and I went for a star rating theme. So I've just put a little key down the side. I haven't done a 1 star because I just think I would DNF a book if I thought I was going to give it a 1 star. So then I coloured in 2 books from my 2026 that I finished. The pen on this one was a bit annoying, like it just didn't work that well. I started filling in my monthly and genre tracker, and I kind of like decided on the colours that I wanted on these 2 yesterday. I did, however, fill in this because I wanted to make a star on it. I don't know why I wrote this like halfway across, but anyway. I then coloured in some of my Q1 reading challenge. So I actually have a Notion page where I have planned which book I'm going to read for pretty much most of the prompts. So I've just started colouring those in. And same with January bingo. I started colouring those in too, so I can keep a track of which ones I've done, and I've just wrote the one underneath for January bingo. Just filled all of that in last night. Like I say, I'm just going to chill in bed this morning and read some of my book. I actually haven't had any breakfast yet, and the time is currently 9:30, so I probably need to go and have some breakfast soon. My HelloFresh has just been delivered for the week and I've just put it away, which you will have saw. But I thought we could go through what we've got for dinners this week. We've got a quick teriyaki beef noodles. We've got quick chorizo and tomato spaghetti, which is a fan favourite in our house. We have a red Thai style marinated chicken skewers and chips dish with some coleslaw, which looks good. And then peri peri butterfly chicken breast, and I have no idea how you say that word, but yeah, they all look delicious. A little bit of like difference as well this week. We've never had the butterfly chicken. We've had a skewers before, but I don't think the Thai style one. The other two we have had before, but yeah. So that's what we've got. I'm now just going to make some breakfast, and I have been watching Love Island whilst I get ready, but I'm going to make some breakfast now. I think I'm just going to have a piece of toast with some scrambled eggs this morning, something simple and quick. Good morning, it is Sunday. Every Sunday recently I've been waking up before my normal alarm would go off thinking that it's Monday, and then I get to remind myself that it's Sunday, so that was a nice surprise to myself this morning. I have no plans today and it's great. I did finish off In Your Dreams by Sarah Adams, so I thought we'd come in with a little bit of a book update. I actually think, because it was from last week's vlog as well, I don't actually think that I spoke about what the book was about. So it's the fourth one in the Wedding Rome series, and we're following Madison and James. So Madison is the sister to the other siblings that the other three books focus on. James is their family friend. Madison goes off to culinary school, and you follow her and her journey kind of with that through the previous books. She is very open about the fact that she's not enjoying it. She didn't, she wanted to quit, but she saw it through. So in this book, she's like about to finish culinary school, and she doesn't know what she wants to do with her life and what she wants to do next. And she ends up chatting to James, and they don't really chat that much, but she accidentally rings him instead of someone else, and she tells him about her problem, and he offers for her to work in his new restaurant on the farm where he works back in their hometown. I really enjoyed the book. I gave it 4.75 stars. I don't know why I wasn't getting a 5-star feeling, but I just didn't get the 5-star feeling. I really enjoyed In Your Dreams, but I just didn't get the 5-star feeling. So 4.75, because there isn't a legit thing that I can say that's why it's not a 5-star. I just didn't get that feeling. I just don't feel like it's a 5-star for me. And last night I read about 20-ish pages of The Favourites, which is a book about two figure skaters or ice dancers, and they were at the Olympics, and something happens at the Olympics. Something happened at the Olympic final or whatever, and that's how the book starts. And then it's told in, so basically they're making a documentary on these two figure skaters, so there's a documentary style bit in the book, like almost like the script of what people are saying in the documentary, and descriptions about those people, like where they're sitting, what they're wearing, that sort of thing. There is also past chapters building up, like, so it's from their past on how they knew each other and how they were with each other and all that sort of stuff, so building up to, obviously, I think this moment of what happened and why. I'm enjoying it so far. It's really quick paced because the script is obviously really short. It's just people talking. Obviously the fact that it's dialogue and not text is really easy to read. The chapters are then really short as well, the past chapters, so there's always something, and it's constantly keeping you like intrigued. So I'm gonna sit here this morning and binge read some of this because I've enjoyed it. I mean, I only read 20 something pages, but like I say, it's so quick paced. So I'll sit here and read this, and I'll come back with some more information later. Really vlog much today, but I actually haven't really been doing much either. I edited last week's vlog, so that'll be going up tomorrow, which will obviously be ready before this video. I just made some dinner, so we had the teriyaki beef noodles for dinner. Got all my lunch and stuff ready, so I've just got some soup for tomorrow, so we didn't have any vegetables in to make like my normal corn, rice and veg, so I just did some soup instead. But I did do my protein porridge with the free sole protein powder and the protein granola and everything that we had last week, so I've got that ready because I had some left with some of my yogurt, so I've done that. I probably need to pop to the shop tomorrow, to be honest, to get the next lot of stuff for like the next couple of days, because otherwise I'm gonna have nothing to eat. And then I've also read up to page 100 of The Favourites, and I am really enjoying it so far. I really feel like I picked this book up at the right time. Like, I've been thinking about it, and I just am really enjoying it so far, and I just want to like binge read it to find out what's going on and can you trust these people, and yeah, just everything that's happening. I'm just so intrigued by it. Hi everyone, it is Thursday and we are working from home today. It's now lunchtime, so I've come to get some lunch because I am starving. I'm gonna make a cup of tea and I've got some sushi as well for my lunch today, so I'm gonna have some sushi. I'm kind of feeling also maybe a piece of peanut butter toast with banana. I know that's quite rogue, but I'm just fancying that, so I might make that as well to go with my sushi, because my sushi is only a snack pack. I made a little hot chocolate. I've got my current reads with me and we're going to sit down and we're going to lock in for a little bit to read. I'm still reading The Favourites, which is about an infamous figure skating couple. The other book that I'm reading is a more casual read, and it is The Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins, which is a non-fiction book basically detailing, well, the Let Them Theory obviously, but the Let Them Theory is a method that kind of teaches you to let stuff go that you can't control. Like, you can't control what other people think of you, you can't control other people's actions, just let them behave like that, and you have to be comfortable in just saying, let them do it and I will move on with my life, let me carry on with what I'm doing. Although you kind of know that concept, sometimes it's just good to read something that reiterates that to you, so that's what I'm doing. I think I'm going to read this, or a couple of chapters in this now to start with, just to kind of have a bit of a non-fiction palette cleanser between reading Wild Love and picking up The Favourites. We've gone from a romance to then a toxic relationship in The Favourites, and it's all a little bit much, so I'm going to read this for a little bit first. And I'm now having a look at some of the books that were on my radar. I'm having a bit of a mooch around. I have found one that was on my list of stuff that wasn't on this list, but something that I wanted to read, which is Girl, Woman, Other. So I might get that one. And then they had like a fiction section, which was on here. I'm trying not to freak out about the fact I'm vlogging in public. They've got The Women by Kristen Hanna, which I wanted to read at some point, but I just don't like the UK cover. But this was a book, there was an option for my book club's book of the month that actually sounded really, really interesting. And it's called Meet the Newmans, which I was thinking about reading anyway, even though my book club didn't pick it, but it sounded really, really good. So I might get that one. I just want to buy so many. They also have Girl Dinner by Olivia Blake as well. Also heard good things about this one. So I've just got home and I thought we could run through the books that I picked up at Waterstones. There were a couple that they didn't have, which I am going to order online because I've now earned like a £10 voucher on my Waterstones app, so I'm going to order those online. And she also said the lady did in Waterstones, who was literally so lovely, so shout out to the Solihull Waterstones lady who was giving me all the book recommendations, helping me try and find them, and she was just the sweetest lady ever. So shout out to you, whatever your name is. You honestly were so sweet this morning. But yeah, so those are cheaper actually online, so I'm just going to order them on there because I do still really want to get to those. And Wild Dark Shore was one of them, and that's like one of the ones that is like the highest on my radar, and they didn't have it. So yeah, I'm gonna add that and order it on the Waterstones app. Here are the books that we got. So the first one, which I didn't realise was already out. I knew it was coming out, but I wasn't aware that it was already released, and that is The Future Saints, and it's in a paperback, which I seemed to just assume that it would be in a hardback. So as soon as I saw this, I picked it up because it really intrigued me. This was one of the options for my book club this month. We didn't end up going with this one, so it's about a band, and that's all that I really know, but people have compared it to Daisy Jones and the Six, so whether it is like that, I haven't read Daisy Jones and the Six, but I do really want to get to that one soon too, because I feel like Taylor Jenkins Reid is again more of like a fiction author, so We'll see. Then I got All the Light We Cannot See, which I think is a historical fiction. I believe it's based in the war because it mentions like Nazis and Paris and stuff. So I believe this is a historical fiction, and again, people have really raved about this. I think it's been out for quite a few years, but it's come around again and people have been reading it recently, and the lady in the bookshop also said that this is really good and just a classic. So then there was a book that I was so shocked that was in my Waterstones, because my Waterstones is not the biggest one, to be honest, and I can't believe that they had this cover. I've not seen this cover before, and yeah, I've only seen another cover, but that book is The Correspondent, which I've heard so much about recently, and people have been giving it 5 stars. It's a book that's told completely in letters that a lady has written, I think, to other people. And then the last book that we got is Hot Wax by M.R. Rio, who is the author of If We Were Villains, and I read a book by this author last year which was a short story or a short book, and it was called Graveyard Shift, and despite it being a bit of a strange story and a short book, I actually quite enjoyed it, so I wanted to pick up a new one. If We Were Villains is also on my radar, but I have The Secret History, which people have said is very similar, so I'm just going to read that one that's already on my bookshelf, and then maybe later in the year, once I've made my way through some of my general fiction reads, I might pick up that book. But those are the books that I picked up in Waterstones. I am planning to order Wild Dark Shore and Broken Country on the Waterstones app. I'm about to get changed in a minute and go for a walk with my friend. That's basically what we're doing for the rest of the afternoon, and then reading my book at some point too. I'm going to go and pop these on my bookshelf now and get changed and get ready to go for a walk. Pop in and give you an update on the favourites. I've been reading this book for quite a while now. It's been taking me a little bit of time to get through. I have read a couple of books in the meantime, so I don't know if I mentioned this in my last clip, I literally can't remember now, but I read Wild Love by Elsie Silver, gave that 4 stars, and I have been reading The Let Them Theory as well, which I'm like 60-something% of the way through. Now on page 275 of the favourites, I'm on chapter 52, so we've still got a chunk left, but definitely making my way through it. And I think because I was dipping like in and out of this book and not fully committing to like reading big chunks of it, not that I wasn't enjoying it, because I was enjoying it when I was reading it, but I think to actually fully get the full experience of this book, you have to kind of binge big parts of it. So that's now what I'm trying to do, and get through a bigger chunk of this. I would like to at least get to page 300 today, if not 350, so I'm like a lot more of the way through. But yeah, that's kind of my update on where I am. I am enjoying it. I actually now have an update on the favourites, and it is that I finished it. I ended up giving this 4.5 stars. I really wanted it to be a 5-star. I really, really did. And that's why I've held it off for so long. But I don't know, I just didn't get that 5-star feeling. I really didn't know what to rate it. I did enjoy it, especially towards the end, like when I was binging it. And I think maybe because I dipped in and out of the first bit, maybe that's why it's not a 5-star. 4.5 stars, so did actually really, really enjoy it, and do recommend it if you're looking for more of a fiction with elements of romance, but do not think it's going to be some hopeless romantic story. Like, it is toxic romance and just toxic sportsmanship as well, like just people who are willing to do anything to win. But it was so interesting at the same time, like I was living for the drama. But that actually brings us to the end of today's video, now that we've finished off this book and this vlog. Hello. This vlog has kind of been all over the place. Say hello. Hello. This is Nesto. This vlog has kind of been all over the place, and that's totally fine. We're just having an all over the place vlog this week. I am taking a break from weekly vlogs to do just a general reading vlog next week. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm sorry that it's been a bit chaotic and a bit all over the place, but sometimes these things happen and I didn't just want to chuck away all this footage, so hopefully you guys still enjoyed, and I'll see you next week for another one.